So today I'm going to be talking about the 15 upgrades that you all can make to your social media that I am going to be making to my social media to end 2023. So up here, okay, so over the last, let's say, month to 2 months, I've hired a few other coaches in the industry that do what I do for other people. And the reason I did that is not because, I really needed to hire someone else, but I wanted to get other opinions of me that aren't my own and they aren't biased from our own team. So a lot of the people on my team, they already work for me. They already know what my intentions are. So they might be a little bit afraid to give me honest feedback. So what I did is I paid 4 coaches. Some of them are in the paid ad space. Some of them are in the online coaching space. Another is a social media strategist. And the fourth is actually completely outside of my industry. They're just a mentor that I really respect. And what I did was I took notes from all these calls. A lot of them provided me information within emails. And then I used Google Bard and ChatGPT to create a giant strategy of the things I can do to increase my average monthly reach of about 10,000 accounts per platform up to 100,000 per month. And then I did this in a way where I wanted it to help me increase my chances of doubling my revenue through all these activities on social media. And so today what I'm going to do is I'm going to read you the list of 15 tactical action steps that I'm going to take and that you can take to grow your social media to end 2023 on the right note. So the first thing it came up with is UGC. And what UGC stands for is user-generated content. So I actually did this for the first time the other day. Chris Smith, a lender we've worked with for the past year out in Orange County, gave us a testimonial video. And instead of me being in the video with him, I just posted the video he sent us so that a lot of my followers here in Ohio and then in other parts of the country can see what our service is like from someone other than me. The second thing on the list is collaborating with influencers. So one of the things that I have done and encouraged is collaboration, but never with an influencer. And influencer is a loose term, but the way you all should be thinking about it is an influencer is someone who just has the audience you want to be reaching. So for me, these could be people that, let's say, run networking events within the real estate industry. They could have ancillary services to social media. So maybe someone who does paid advertising with realtors, or someone who maybe does transaction coordination, really just someone who has the audience that I want to reach. And sometimes you're going to have to pay to play. So if they have an audience of, let's say, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000 people that I want to reach, I'm probably going to have to pay them for that collaboration video. And I should, because they already have the audience built that I want. Number 3 is posting more. So this is something that kind of hurt my feelings when I saw it through all of the sessions I had, in addition to the AI reiterating it back to me. But to really reach more people, you have to just post more often. You've got to think about it as the internet is just a giant pond, and every post you have is just a fishing rod to go and potentially get your next customer. And at the end of the day, we would all want more fishing rods if we're trying to get more fish. So whenever I start posting my content, I'm doing more videos like this that are long form that my team can then go in and timestamp and chop up into a lot of shorter reels. And this video you're watching right now may be one of those. Number 4 is going to be weekly series. So I've come up with Social Saturday, which is going to be when I actually release these long form videos. Granted, they'll be filmed throughout the week on days like today where I didn't have anything scheduled this afternoon, but I'm going to get into a rhythm of sharing a video that's going to be somewhere above 5 minutes every Saturday, because a lot of the people in my industry don't really have time for education during the week. They're very focused on fulfilling their orders. They're hiring new people. They're really just in their company, and a lot of times weekends are when they work on their company. So for this reason, I'm going to be starting Social Saturdays. Number 5 is going to be engaging with followers. So this is one of the last things I recommend delegating to anyone, even a social media company like ours, because there are tools like LinkedIn or email outbound or some Facebook outbound where you can automate your messages. And even if people think they're automated, it still is normal for you to send them. But number 5 is going to be engaging with the followers that you already have and are getting as you create content. Probably the biggest failure point for every business we've ever worked with as a client is that we will post their content. They will get a lot of people commenting, viewing their videos, but then they're not engaging with these people who are directly reaching out to them. And at the end of the day, you can only lead a horse to water, but if you get all of the leads for them and they don't take any action steps on it, then that's theirs to figure out. Number 6 is going to be paid ads. I myself actually got into the whole marketing world doing paid ads for car dealerships. And after 2020, there's been a lot of restrictions on the data you can actually get from companies like Apple about the users that you really do want to target. And I plan to reach out to a lot of these companies that I've been introduced to through existing clients that are running paid ads at a very high level. I'm talking 50,000, 100,000 or more paid ad spend per month. And one of the goals I have is to document the process of how we implement paid ads. It's going to start with Google, YouTube, and then Facebook and Instagram. And then as I start doing this, I will document that process for all of you to watch with me. But at the end of the day, right now we're in a very good window for organic reach. But as more people start creating content, the apps get a little more full, it is going to be a pay-to-play game. Number 7 is going to be creating an affiliate program. So the reason you're going to want to create an affiliate program is that other people who know about your service may not be ready to buy, but someone they know might be. And what you want to do is make sure that they are incentivized for sending you business, because you're really just rewarding what you want to see more of. So for anyone that I already work with, or if you've been watching me for a long time and you're not really ready to take the leap, if you send someone our way, we will send you a percentage of the first month's cash collected as a thank you for sending business to our company. Number 8 is limited time offers. This is something that you're gonna have to be a little strategic with so that you don't dilute the quality of your product. But for us personally, we are going to be cutting off the 2 post a week clients probably by the end of November, because at this point we've met a lot of people that are really looking to push their content to the next level. And we still understand that a lot of people we're gonna work with are just starting. But for any of you that know that you wanna start before the year ends, please reach out to us soon, because this is something we're already doing. And if in your business you know that there is real scarcity, meaning you couldn't take on 30 clients, you need to use that to your advantage. I was recently listening to $100 million Leads by Alex Hormozi, and one of the great things he talked about is that if you already have scarcity in your business, advertise it. Do not hide it from people. Number 9 is going to be utilizing Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok stories. And this is something that I think a lot of people miss out on, because the numbers aren't going to be there in the beginning to support that doing stories is really worth your time. But what it does is, for all the people who already follow you, it keeps you top of mind. Because let's be honest, when we open all of these apps, the first thing we see at the top is stories and then 1 reel. But you get a chance to look at 4 stories. So the goal whenever you're going throughout your day is just document what you're doing. Share that it's something, okay, I'm at a house, or I just stopped at an office, I just met with a client. These are little points throughout your day where you don't really have to think too hard about what you're creating. But if you just turn the camera on, everyone can understand that you're actually out there doing the things you talk about in your reels. Number 10 is going to be giveaways. So this is something that I've never done online, but I've done a lot in person. And so if you're watching this video and you would like to do a strategy session with our team, the first person that asks for a 1-month free content creation calendar, we will give that to you. So this is a reward. You've watched our content. You're this far in the video. We're on reason 10 out of 15. So if you would like, just send a comment, a DM, whatever platform you're seeing this on, reach out to us and we will be sure to give you a free month's content calendar so that you can start social media in a calm and organized way. Number 11 is focusing on your client's success. So this is something we've done a terrible job at. We've had a lot of our clients have some very big wins in unexpected ways recently. We've had someone get picked to be an international speaker, even though it's his home country. We've had a few people get opportunities to speak at national real estate conferences, which is super exciting. And then even here locally, a lot of the people that, let's just say 6 months ago, a year ago, they were not really known, are now getting invited to speak on panels at a lot more networking events. And this is giving them a great chance to not only be seen in person, but then use a lot of these in-person conferences as really good content online. So number 12 is going to be working with my competition. So a lot of times in business, we get really scarcity minded. We think everyone's trying to steal our business. But recently I decided to start working with Nick Johnson of Tour to Space. Nick is someone I've known for the last 6 months, and we've been in a few rooms where people didn't really understand the differences in our companies. But the reality is Nick is an amazing videographer and photographer. photographer. He can do things with the camera and his equipment that we can't do as a social media manager coaching you how to do things on your iPhone. But Nick also struggles to market himself. He's behind the camera so often that he doesn't really have someone like me to come in and share with him that, hey, you have an amazing business. There's a lot of things people would like to see from you. And that even though your product is amazing and can speak for itself, don't let it. You need to speak for it. And so one of the things that we're excited to do is work with a lot more photographers. We're going to work with a lot more marketing companies, because at the end of the day, all of our most successful clients, they work with tons of marketing companies. They don't just have one. They have several that are experts in their fields, and that's something that we plan to do this year. Number 13 is going to be promoting podcasts and books that I found a ton of value from. So the first one's going to be $100 Million Leads by Alex Hormozi. That is actually the book that motivated me to even create this video today, talking about all of the different ways you can use social media, because I don't believe that holding the information back that our company has is a good way to get new business. So I'd rather give all of you this content here for free in hopes that when you're ready to actually hire someone to implement it, that you at least consider us, because this is a trust game. And with something like social media that's going to have a lot of people caring about how you look, you're going to get a lot of comments and a lot of feedback from people you may not have talked to. It is super, super important to trust someone else that's willing to share all of their knowledge. Number 14 is a community hashtag. This is something that's very much going to be a long game. I know a lot of people get way too in their head about how they use their hashtags and how important they are, but this is something that if you have a certain thing, let's say Ohio Realtor, California Realtor, Ohio social media company, if you consistently post using that hashtag and someone decides to go look at it, you're giving yourself a much higher chance of being in way more spots on that page than just potentially being on one spot. Finally, free webinars. So I have not done these yet, but this is first of many that are going to come throughout this year. I've spoken at local networking events, talking to large real estate groups. Recently, I did one in Cleveland with Travis Tomlinson and his whole group at Local. I did this also with Carlin at the Howard Hanna office down in Hudson. Her team was just getting started with video, so I came in, taught them everything I know, and now we're going to begin editing their reels. So if you all like content like this, where I kind of share what I'm doing for myself with all of you so that you get a chance to learn it, please let me know. And then also, I'm open to feedback. If you have anything that you would like to see, let us know and we will create content about it. Thank you.